Look at all of the offside selling. So we've got a hypothesis about potentially making a trade to the downside, right? But see how those who've gone in first crack, it's just ending up as a painful experience. This is what I mean. Like, so you can have this idea, but watch everyone go too early and get hurt as a result. So don't want to be early. The trap is all of the buying that's copycat from being aggressive in relation to prior value areas in the ASX only. Remember our playbook trade? Okay, it's me done at expansion. I just like to stick to process, bank the money and be done with it. So, you know, when you're prepping, like you're watching and taking in more information and taking in more information all the time. And so there is a bit of quick thinking, isn't there, to go, okay, well, I know that there's a playbook with failures off the top. I know when I don't want to get short. But what was I saying before? Watch the first sellers get caught, and then you had all of these failures and then the rollover, and that was basically it. So up here, see that shoulder? There's my short there. I was leaning on that, so that helped me to go, well, you know, if we get back through the other side of that, I'm probably screwed. All basically process. So I was watching this closely. So see in here, indecision, yuck. Right, so that's the shoulder that I spoke about. Get through that gunk. Don't be the person who shorts down here. And we saw that. I spoke about it. Watch the early shorters. Talked about how I didn't think the sellers right up higher were amateurs. These were, but the ones further up were pros, and then they got back on side. So it's just putting the narrative, just pulling all the pieces together, and clearly, like, right, outcome known. Like, look at it, it's a dog's breakfast now. So I'm short off those highs, and I'll explain why. So we got the transition for Hong Kong, so often get reversion through Hong Kong Lund. That's what's happened. But also, if you have a look at the profile for ASX only, so notice that this was all low acceptance, but we did a heap of business. So that was a trap then for like those trying to short this, just got taken out. So they've been taken out, right? You can see them where they've gone. Now we're getting that move to the downside. So it's lunch now, so I'll just hang about in this and see if I can get any mileage out of it. And it's classic stuff again. So who's this move down? This is the first group of sellers, right? And so this is buyers buying up. So that really is the short. I mean, I got one from up here, but I've covered now because here's a transition and here's CME VWAP. Now, there's potential for a move all the way back down again. Why am I saying that? Because we've got a US holiday and we've also got RBA tomorrow, so good chance for some reversion. This certainly kicked along much further than I had anticipated, but doesn't mean you have to get every trade that's there. You just want low-hanging fruit. To me, I know when we go into these tight ranges and stuff, I know what the odds are. Plus, you're playing with Hong Kong lunch. So, you know, to me, that was a trade worth taking. And the great thing about today is because of the pace, you're able to just go, you know what, I'll just wait for the low-hanging fruit.